During the war, air raids which laid waste whole areas. But one of the most interesting achievements of the council was to establish, over 100 years ago, public wash houses. Housewives bring their weekly wash, as much as 60 pounds of washing. And though these old prams are the most popular means of transport, you'll often see the older ones carrying the bundles on their heads. They were started thanks to the work of Kitty Wilkinson, a labourer's wife who used to lend her wash tub to her neighbours. During a cholera epidemic in the overcrowded town, she persuaded the council that the spread of the disease could be stopped if the people could only wash their clothes and themselves properly. So, not long after, the first public wash-house was opened, and this is how it looked. The 13 public wash-houses are not so very different, except that the washing is mostly done in these huge machines. Is that whereas the women used to start queuing up with their washing before daybreak, there's an efficient booking system, and they all know exactly when their turn is and what machine to use. They have exactly an hour to get the washing done. When the machine has been loaded, an attendant starts it for them and pours in the detergent. Each wash has to be boiled for 20 minutes because the main purpose of this type of wash is to ensure a high standard of hygiene. At the end of the wash, the attendant switches the machine off. Meanwhile, the women have probably been washing other garments in the hand stalls, and time to transfer everything to the hydro extractors. When loaded properly, they go round at 1,200 revolutions a minute, and when they come out, the clothes are over 50% dry. Often, blankets and even carpets go through this process because, as you see, it's not just clothes that go into the wash. From the hydros, everything is transferred to the drying racks, which are then pushed into hot air tunnels where the drying process is completed. The same women come at the same time every week, and there's plenty to talk about. There are cafes attached to the wash-houses as well, so many women almost regard the wash-house as their club, and they don't have to worry about their children, who are looked after in the crèche upstairs by experienced attendants. And so, 2 hours after they arrived, and washing and ironing is completed, wash day is over. They set out for home, carrying their bundles in the most convenient way. Opening new wash-houses too. There are still a few people who don't believe that any change is a change for the better. This lady, for example, still thinks the old ways are best. She's washing in exactly the same way that they used to in the days when the wash-houses were first opened. She's using a dolly tub with plenty of hot water, and the stick she's got there to beat the clothes is called a posser. When the wash-houses are modernized, all the dolly tubs and possers will be scrapped, have to conform to the march of progress.